Today's session, we would be discussing some more adjustment with reference to the preparation of final accounts. The two important adjustments that we will be discussing as a part of this session are bad debts and then reserve for bad debts. So I'll repeat, as a part of this session, we will be discussing two important adjustments. They are bad debts and then reserve for bad debts. So with that note, let us start. What is meant by bad debts? Bad debts are a portion of your debtors who are refusing to pay money. Now, who are your debtors? Debtors are people who owe you money. They are people who have to pay you money. Now, whenever when we have some set of when we have a group of people who owe us money, who have to pay us money, they are referred to as our debtors. Now, when these debtors fail or when they refuse to fulfill their obligation, that debtor becomes a bad debt. Okay, that debtor becomes a bad debt. So what you have to remember is bad debt is a expense for the firm. Why? The business was anticipating that money, but now that the business is quite sure that they will not be receiving the money, the debtor is becoming a bad debt. Now that debtor is becoming an expense for the business. Now that the business is quite sure that they are not receiving the money, the only possible option is to write off that expense. I'll repeat that. Now that the business is quite certain that they will not be receiving the money, the only possible option now would be to write off the expense. So that is what is meant by bad debts. So, in a nutshell, please remember bad debts. Bad debts are a portion of your debtors who are refusing to pay money. Now that they're refusing to pay money, it has become an expense for you. Now, there are two kinds of bad debts that you can get in your question. You will have a bad debt which will be mentioned in the trial balance. You could have bad debt which is mentioned as an adjustment. I'll repeat that. You could have bad debt mentioned in the trial balance. You could have bad debt mentioned as an adjustment. Now, for us to understand this better, bad debt mentioned in the trial balance, it is referred to as old bad debt. So bad debt mentioned in the trial balance, it is mentioned as old bad debt. Bad debt mentioned in the adjustment, it will be referred to as new bad debt. Now, the thumb rule that you have to remember is any item mentioned in the trial balance, you will be treating it once. Since this bad debt is mentioned in your trial balance, you will be treating it once and you will be treating it as an expense in your profit and loss account. Is that clear? So since this bad debt is mentioned in your trial balance, any item mentioned in the trial balance, you will be treating it just once. And because you're treating it just once, you will be treating in your profit and loss account. The second time that or the second possibility by which bad debt can be given to you is it can be given as an adjustment in your it can be given as an adjustment. Now remember the thumb rule, any item mentioned as an adjustment, you will have to treat it twice. Any item mentioned as an adjustment, you will have to treat it twice. So now that this bad debt is mentioned in as an adjustment, we will be treating it twice. Now, so which are the possible places that you will have to treat this new bad debt? New bad debt you will treat in your profit and loss account and your balance sheet. I'll repeat that. You will treat the new bad debt in your profit and loss account and in your balance sheet. So remember, bad debt, it can be given to you in two possible ways: trial balance and then adjustment. If it's mentioned in trial balance, you will treat it once, and then it is a it will be treated once, and then it will be treated in your trial in your profit and loss account as an indirect expense. If it's given to you as an adjustment, you will be treating it twice: profit and loss account and balance sheet. So that's about the treatment with respect to the bad debts. Moving on, the next adjustment that we have to study is the adjustment on reserve for bad debt. I'll repeat that. The next adjustment that we have to study is the adjustment on reserve for bad debts. Now, reserve for bad debts, how do we go about treating it? Now, before we learn the treatment, let's have a quick understanding about what is meant by reserve for bad debts. Reserve for bad debts is a portion of the profit that you're keeping aside to meet this expense. Now, you could create reserves. Okay, your reserves are a portion of your profit, the money that you're setting aside to meet a certain contingency situation. That is what is meant by a reserve. When we say reserve for bad debts, we are keeping money aside to meet the expense of bad debts. You could create reserve for anything. So I'm pretty sure back in our day-to-day lives, we will be creating reserves for our personal reasons as well. So for example, our parents' birthdays are coming up, or our best friend's birthday is coming up. You want to buy a beautiful gift, you want to give a surprise, so for that you start saving money out from your pocket money. So what is that? That's a reserve that you've created. So likewise, you in businesses as well, they could create reserves, and they a certain portion of the profit they could set aside so that they could meet certain contingency expenses. So likewise, one such money that is one set of money that is set aside could be for your could be for your bad debts. Now, reserve for bad debts again can be given to you in two ways. Okay, it could be given to you in the trial balance, it could be given to you as an adjustment. Reserve for bad debt, it could be mentioned to you in two ways. The first place is that it could be mentioned as in your trial balance. The second place is that it could be mentioned in your adjustment. The reserve that is mentioned in the trial balance, we will be calling that as old reserve. The reserve that is mentioned in the adjustment, we will be referring to that as new adjustment. Now, remember, the reserve that is mentioned in your trial balance, it is money left over from last year. It is the money that is remaining from the previous year. So previous year, you kept a portion of your money aside, anticipating some bad debts, but you did not have so much of bad debts, and that's the reason why you still have money like remaining. Okay? So it's something like this. You decide to buy your best friend a beautiful gift, and you saved around, let's say, 5,000 rupees. And when you actually went down for shopping, you realized that that beautiful gift did not cost you so much. It was like 3,000 rupees. Now that you have 2,000 rupees remaining with you. So it's the same situation over here. The business anticipated certain expenses, they anticipated certain loss, with the expectation that they will have certain level of bad debts, but it did not happen. They still have money remaining, and they still have money left over. So old reserve for bad debts, okay, previous year's reserve for bad debts is an income for you in the current year. Previous year's reserve for bad debt is a income for you in the current year. I'll repeat that. Previous year's bad debts, current year, it is a income for you. Why is it an income for you? Because it is money left over. Okay, it is money that is remaining with you. Okay, so that is what is meant by old reserve for bad debts. Previous year's money that is left over, that is referred to as old reserve. Then you have new reserve. Please remember, new reserve is what will be mentioned in your trial balance. So this is the new money that you have to set aside. This is a new reserve that you have to create in the current year. Now, why are you creating this reserve? You're creating this reserve because you're anticipating certain bad expenses in the current year. You want to overcome that expense. That's the reason why you're setting this money aside. That is what is meant by new reserve for bad debts. So please remember, new reserve, it would be mentioned as an adjustment. Anything mentioned as an adjustment, we will be treating it twice. Okay, we will be treating it twice. Old reserve, since it's mentioned in the trial balance, anything mentioned in the trial balance, you will be treating it once, and that once would be in your profit and loss account, and you'll be treating it as a income. Now, for you to understand the entire treatment of bad debts and reserve for bad debts, I would be showing you another slide which talks about the treatment. Okay, so first, let's talk about the treatment of bad debts and reserve for bad debts with respect to your profit and loss account. Okay, so on the debit side of your profit and loss account, you will start off with all bad debts. So please remember, what is the source for your all bad debts? The source for your all bad debts is your trial balance. Okay, the source for your all bad debts is your trial balance. So this amount of all reserve for bad debts would be coming from your trial balance. Okay. Then you will have new bad debts. New bad debts would be mentioned as a adjustment. Please remember, new bad debts would be mentioned as a adjustment. Then you have to add new reserve for bad debts. So please remember, new reserve for bad debts, it will be again mentioned in your adjustment. From these amounts, you will have to subtract old reserve for bad debts. Now, why are you subtracting old reserve? Because please remember, old reserve for bad debts is previous year's income. Okay, so any income, technically, you will have to treat it on the credit side. Okay, it has to be treated on the credit side. But remember, all this we are doing it on the debit side. Okay, all these treatments we are carrying it out on the debit side. So what has to come on the credit side, if you were to bring it over to your debit side, you will have to subtract. That's the reason why you're subtracting. Okay, so this is how we will be going about with the treatment of bad debts and reserve for bad debts in your profit and loss account. Old bad debts, add new bad debts, add new reserve for bad debts, subtract old reserve for bad debts, and then you will get your net amount. Okay, you will get your net amount. So this is what happens when it comes to profit and loss account. Now let's talk about the treatment in your balance sheet. Okay, now let's talk about the treatment in your balance sheet. Treatment in your balance sheet, you will start off on your asset side. Under current asset, you will have debtors. You will start off with debtors. From debtors, you will subtract new bad debts. Please remember, new bad debts is given to you as an adjustment. From that, again, you will subtract reserve for bad debts. That is again new reserve for bad debts, and then from that, so the net amount is what you will write as your debtors. So the net amount is what you will be writing as your debtors. So this is how we will be going about with respect to the treatment of bad debts and reserve for bad debts in your balance sheet. So remember, we have not considered all bad debts. We have not considered all reserve for bad debts. The reason being, these are items which are mentioned in a trial balance, and then it has to be treated only once. Then one more very important thing that you have to remember is, when it comes to the creation of new reserve for bad debts, it will be usually given to you as a percentage. Okay, it will be usually given to you as a percentage. So you will be taking a percentage of debtors. So when you're doing this, it will be percentage of debtors minus new bad debts. Okay, it will be a percentage of debtor minus new bad debts. So that is how you will be creating your new reserve for bad debts. So this is with respect to the treatment of bad debts and reserve for bad debts. Hope you have followed this session.